recent years, a group of NHS community workers in Manchester have been supporting people to work out how they can use food to protect their health. We could not have reached the groups who would benefit from our service without the collaboration of community centres, youth centres, cultural groups, churches, mosques and special interest groups. And for that we are very grateful. The Factory Youth Centre is an example of an organisation we work with.
There's a pre-misconception of young people just eat chicken nuggets and chips and that's all they want to eat, but actually it's because they've never been presented with new foods or anything, or never been shown them, and they're quite engaged in everything that we kind of present to them, show them how to cook, getting to try new flavours, new tastes, new experiences.
We offer courses directly to the public. Maniba describes what brought her first to the nutrition course.
Well, I heard that there is a free course going around food and nutrition in a local church, and it was free, so I thought I should go and try and understand the relation with the food. And also there were some health problems in my family, so I just wanted to explore a little bit about it and get the information.
Some of the people we work with haven't had the opportunity to learn much cooking skills. Some are excellent cooks, but have family history of health conditions linked to diet. By far the majority of the people are on low or no income.
Yeah, and then we're going to roast them off. Okay.
Contrary to widespread beliefs, we have met people who are trying to feed themselves and their families, protecting their health as best they can. Depending on the needs of the group, we can cook, deliver nutrition courses or food safety courses. Pauline from Chapter 1 describes the benefits of cooking sessions with a group of young homeless men.
It's been such a wonderful experience watching the lads in this hostel change. They'll come to do cooking with Trish or myself, and they'll be so happy to learn something new, and so happy to cook, to blend, to have fruit. You can see the weight is going on them, you can see the rosiness is coming back in the cheeks. It's helping mentally. You'll get a lot of guys who will be sat outside actually hungry, and they've still got that, what they class as their self-respect, that they're not going to ask for food. Well, this way, they don't have to beg for food. This food, they're being instrumental in cooking themselves. When they go to live in their own flats, they're going with a wealth of information, how to keep themselves, eating healthy and how to maintain that. And that itself works alongside lots of other things like sports. So food is such a major part of a person's life. The amount that food costs, the cheap cuts that you can buy, it's changed our lads' lives in this hostel. I wouldn't know what we could do without that.
The benefits aren't only nutritional.
We've had a few cases of some of our young people who've been kind of disengaged and that not trouble causers, but just a little bit kind of wayward, and we've engaged with them and actually given them a focus, and the cooking's been a great help with them focusing on something that they want to do, and they've actually found something they've really enjoyed doing as well, and that's had an impact on their kind of other behaviour within the youth zone and also outside the youth zone within schools and in the local community.
Sometimes we cook with groups. They help us identify dishes which they cook or would like to cook on a regular basis. The dishes are always cheap and nutritious, and for those who lack confidence, they're easily repeatable. We delivered courses for Chapter 1 hostel for homeless young men. When it was time for us to move on, the staff wanted to keep the cooking sessions going. We were able to pay towards the ingredients.
When they come here, we don't provide food whatsoever, and we don't have money to cook. In fact, when people have problems like this sanctioned by the job centre for the most menial, missing a time or being late, they have no income at all for maybe 2 weeks or a month. The staff usually, or used to, put together buy noodles, 10p noodles from Asda or whatever we had from home.
We work with people who are often in difficult situations. It's usual for people to feel judged for making food choices which others might think are irresponsible. Bola shares her own experience.
If I will use myself, I remember at a point with 3 children, we're only living on £30 a week, and I have knowledge about food. But then I can't afford to buy healthy food when what I'm thinking about is I'll be full and my children will be full. So I'll be thinking of buying things like donuts that I'll buy 5 for 65p. I'll be thinking of food I feel rather than thinking about health. I'm not lazy. I'm not ignorant, but for the fact that I have less money in my hand, I have to go for options that fill us up.
We also respect that sometimes people have to make choices which might not be for nutritional reasons. What we learned was that for many living on low or no income, food must play many different roles: comfort, pleasure, bonding, even bribery. The kind of things which, given an income above the poverty line, most people might make a wider variety of choices: a trip to the cinema, joining a holiday club, being able to afford bus fares for a day out. Bola and Maniba, once participants, went on to become food workers. They described their experience of cooking and teaching nutrition in the community.
On one table or in one group, you will find people who are on either low income or no income at all. People living in shared accommodations, no facility of cooking or no skills of cooking, or you will find somebody with very, very good skill of cooking. So you will find all those issues, and then we play our part, and then we have to take everybody together in a group and then respect everybody's situation and then provide them information so they can work around it.
Over time, we've found that some who've made positive changes and felt the benefits but have not lost weight, they abandon their healthy changes in pursuit of weight loss, often skipping meals, cutting out whole food groups. They're caught up in a damaging cycle of yo-yo dieting.
Topmost of the issues they come with is the issue of weight.
Yes.
To them, health, and if you want to be healthy, is to lose weight.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest issue we come up with, isn't it?
Yes.
However, given the information, if people have the resources, they want to make changes. People care about their health.
Yes, people make a lot of changes, and the top of it is 5 a day, especially for children. And also with fluids, they don't realize that they are not drinking enough fluids.
You have to pay for everything you use. So parents are out working all day and they have less time to cook. So with the idea of cooking and storing, that was a big one for a lot of families, that they will cook big, and then with low budgets, they can cook fresh, they can cook frozen. That they didn't know they could do before. So that was a big one for within our community.
It's not always easy for someone to turn up to a course.
Yeah, I'm more confident in giving it a try. As long as the recipe's easy to follow, I get all the ingredients, that sort of thing, and just to follow it, it doesn't stress me out, if you know what I mean. Usually when I get a recipe and I don't know what I'm doing, I give him part of the way, but I found those recipes quite easy to follow, so it was okay.
I did do volunteering before. I've done a few volunteers courses, but never ever all like this. I never in a million years thought I'd get this far.
We deliver courses covering basic information we need to understand simple changes we can make to protect our health. We work with people with a range of ability and skill, people from different backgrounds and experience. Starting with whatever they're presently eating, we can explore healthier options which people feel able to maintain.
But I've realised when I do feel depressed and when I do get the right food, it does help, because it makes you feel positive, because I feel like when I'm not eating nothing properly, I just feel more drained. But when I'm eating the proper food, it's giving me energy, so I'm less depressed. Because when I don't get enough energy, I do feel really, really depressed.
People come to learn, to meet, to take a next step. They share what they know and learn some more. On the way, confidence grows. They share their knowledge with people they know. Next course, we might meet friends, cousins, neighbours. We learn more about where we are, who we're working with, and our respect for the community grows. We all become a little clearer about what we need to stay strong, build resilience. And the big question is, how come so much skill and talent remains unrecognised, unused in our communities?
Doing this job and working and giving people food, it's massive. It's bigger than you think. It's a whole new world and a whole new life.